This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone appreview.com. We're doing another video review today, and today's flavor is actually called the Flight of Flo Flo. As you can see, we've got the app icon right there on the dashboard ready to go. This one doesn't need too much of an introduction. This is a game for iOS in case you're keeping score at home. And that's pretty much all that needs to be said, so without any further ado, we're just going to go ahead and slap this and get straight into it. As you can see, we've got the boot screen there, and then right off the bat it goes through this kind of opening animation to show you the plot of the game, and this plot isn't so important to the game itself. We're going to see if we can skip it here. There we go. As far as that goes, there is a plot to this. Essentially, the main character, Flo Flo, is trying to impress his father by earning trophies. It's not too specific, and it's not really harped on in the gameplay itself. We'll show you more of that in just a second. But in the long run, you can skip that without any, major fault on your part. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and turn the volume down so you can hear me better. We're kind of narcissistic like that. And so once that's done, let's go ahead and give you a little brief introduction to the Flight of Flo Flo. I really did like the main menu here as far as the typography and the design goes. I thought it was very, it creates a nice motif and a nice tone for the app. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and just, you can hit play tips and then get just some general introductions to the game itself. It kind of gives you a brief introduction of what to expect and how to play it. But since that's my job, we're going to go ahead and show you that. Story is obviously where the game starts, and there also are high scores available here, so you can hit this and then get the local high scores with this nice kind of floating thing going on in the background. There's also a Game Center integration. As you can see, we've got the little icon right there. So you can pop that, and it's going to ask me to log into Game Center, but I did this on another device earlier, played through this for quite a while, but if you hit that, you actually get the online leaderboards for this. There are currently no achievements, which is a bit of a drag, especially if you're kind of, an achievement hound like I am. And there's also a Facebook button, so you can share your high scores to all your friends and brag about that. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the gameplay. If you hit story, then it goes straight through all of this. Again, that's also worth noting. To get to the game itself, all I had to do was hit his face, and then you get into the levels itself. It's worth noting right off the bat that these are all the levels that are available in Flight of Flo Flo. And it's a great amount, but at the same time it is a bit scarce. The game is a bit brief. I would have liked to see even more levels included. The game itself is pretty much kind of a tunnel racer homage, but with a lot of hefty additions in the sense of it's a tilt-based gameplay. You tilt to control Flo Flo as he flies, so in that regard it's a lot like a tunnel racer, especially when you try to avoid obstacles. The idea here is to, again, it'll give you a very brief description of how to play. The idea here is to snap these haloed creatures up as food, and then if you get them all, you'll actually get the trophy for the level. Obviously, I just missed one there, and it's actually quite hard to do this, especially in the later levels when there are things like airplanes and other clouds and even aliens involved. It gets pretty hard, actually, to achieve that, which adds a certain amount of challenge and kind of a carrot-on-a-stick drive to actually get through the levels. With that being said, the game is quite hard at times. It takes a lot of practice and good timing to actually get through the levels, much less get them with all of the halo creatures there eaten to get the trophy. Likewise, there's not much incentive to actually get all the trophies other than sort of a masochistic drive, because there isn't, say, a Game Center achievement for that would give an extra, point bonus to your Game Center account, or, even something, just more carrot-on-a-stickish. With that in mind, the gameplay is quite good. I especially liked the challenge of the various obstacles, and the graphics themselves, it's worth noting, are fantastic. The sprites are very well done, and the background is quite rich. And all in all, it's a nice-looking app on the iPhone. And the gameplay is quite fun. Like I said, it's hard, so it'll, please those who like a challenge, but at the same time, it's not so hard that it's indecipherable and, impossible to pick up on. That being said, again, it is quite hard. So with that in mind, that's pretty much all that this has to offer. As the game goes along, the pacing is quite good. It shows, a lot of foresight on the developer's part as far as introducing new elements, new obstacles, and things like that. I would have liked to see maybe perhaps a few more power-ups. As you can see, the more avian creatures that you devour, his wings get bigger and then he goes faster and it's a bit harder to control. But I would have liked to see, maybe just a couple more power-ups to egg that along. On the whole, though, the gameplay experience is quite fun, and as mentioned with the challenge, it just adds even more depth to the entire thing. Let's see if we can go home here. It doesn't look like I can. So we're just going to let that troll through, and then I'll give you the brief rundown. At the end of the day, you know, Flight of Flo Flo is $1 in the App Store, meaning it's a pretty great value for the money. And you'll get a lot of levels. Maybe more would have been appreciated. Likewise, we would have liked to see a few more, any achievements for that matter, as far as Game Center goes. But you still get a quality gaming experience that kind of harks back to classic tunnel racer style apps. And it's quite fun. So with that in mind, Flight of Flo Flo, we're going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating for the app here. And this is available in the App Store for $1. So if you're, and there's also a light version, it's worth noting too. So if you're a little hesitant about it, go ahead and give the light version a go. But even at $1, it's not going to break the bank to give it a try. So Flight of Flo Flo gets a 4 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. I've been Luke Patrick reviewing, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. You can go to our YouTube channel to get even more of our video app reviews, or you can go to the iPhoneAppReview.com for heaps of written ones as well. So thanks for tuning in, you guys, and we'll check you later. Bye.